Oh shit, here we go. So we've got a matchup of Protoss versus Zerg. This is, I think it's my 7th video now. Oh man, these are going up pretty fast. There's unfortunately my house, at my flat, the internet's too slow, or the upload speed's too slow, so I have to go to uni to upload all these videos. So I might not be able to get this in today, but I might be able to do it tomorrow. But here I am recording it now anyway. So I am versing, what's this guy's name? Rhum. And he is Zerg. At the moment, our APMs, oh shit. I think he's just pretty much spamming to get high APM. Like I said, APM doesn't really matter. But I'm just now going to go scope out his base. All the while still building probes. And always the staple, when you're versing Zerg, you build your pylon at the ramp just so you can give a chance to block off, because you don't want the Zerg to be rushing you. I'm pretty sure my probe gets lucky and I am able to scout out his base at the start, which I do. And I'm building a forge, not a gateway, so I'm going for the forge fast expand, and soon you're going to be able to see what happens, what I do. That's not really, it's not really a cheese, it's more like a counter slash more like a troll, but it really does piss the Zerg off, and I'll show you what I do soon. So here, I'm just waiting for him to plant his natural expansion, and when he does, I'm going to be able to show you what's a good way to counter it. It really does piss the people off. You do need to build a forge instead of a gateway at 12 supply. But see here, he's actually he's starting to build his hatchery. What I do is, I build 3 pylons at the ramp. So I pretty much block off his at the bottom of the ramp. Of course, this does cost 300 minerals, 100 for each pylon. And see what I've done here, I'm getting him to send drones to try and destroy the pylons. So here I build a cannon. Now, this is technically a cannon rush, but it's not. It's more like a cannon security, because it's stopping him from being able to do his natural fast expand. So here with two photon cannons and those 4 pylons, I'm pretty much going to like lock him down into just that one base area. I did see that drone run away, so I need to go hunt after that drone and figure out where he is. All the while I'm still building probes, still getting a fair bit of money. But as you can see, I'm actually quite far behind when it comes to tech and when it comes to even just building units. So here with this probe, I got to scout out among the top left of this map, because that's where his drone must have gone. I wouldn't put it past him to build another hatchery. And even then, you don't even have to build like a nexus that's near your own base. You can build it on the other side of the map for all you want, because it does present its risks, but it also presents its positives as well. I mean, the fact that if it's on the other side of the map, the other player is probably not likely going to go searching for it. However, if it does get attacked and your army's on the other side of the map, then it's going to take a while for it to get there, and you could lose your whole base before your army even gets there. With that probe again, I'm just setting him around all over the place, making him million points, getting him to go left and right, trying to search for that other base. I've got my second nexus going down. I've got a gateway coming up soon. When that gateway goes up, I'll be building my cybernetics core. Got the 2 gas coming down. So now I'm pretty much in the lead when it's going to come to minerals and mining. This is because I was able to naturally use my natural expand pretty fast. He's got 20 drones, 4 overlords, 2 queens. I've got 21 probes and 1 zealot. We've both got the same amount of miners or minerals. And here is actually where I scope out where he actually planted his other hatchery. So now with his other hatchery, I pretty much scoped it out. And I'm going to act accordingly by using my probe at the top left just to hide him away in the corner make sure he doesn't see me, and soon I'll be planting a proxy pylon. And as you know, and as you've seen in my previous videos, the power of the proxy pylon and what it can do. So as soon as the cybernetics core goes down, I research warp gate. So far, so good. Always a friendly reminder to chrono boost warp gate as much as you can, as fast as you can. What's also good is planting all that stuff there. Even though it is, like, you know, it does use quite a fair bit of minerals, and you know, it takes a fair bit of time, and it does slow down your whole building process at the start. You pretty much have contained him just to that one small area, so you just basically know that he's just going to be there. He hasn't moved out yet. He's not going to come and rush you, because you know that he would have taken out your buildings in order to try and get to you. Even then, he's still scared to go against my 2 photon cannons. Well, here, I'm pretty sure he tries to take them out now. Yeah, so he's just got a group of roaches. They took down the pylon, smart guy, just so if you take down the pylon, there's no power going to the photon cannons, then the photon cannons won't attack. So now that I pretty much got the feel for it, I know that he's gone for a group of roaches. Here he still hasn't scoped out the other pylon inside his second hatchery. So I'm going to warp in a couple of zealots, 4 to be exact. And this is just when he built a huge amount of drones, and this is where I'm going to go pretty much just attack his second expansion. So now his drones have to evacuate. I get to take out the queen, and now pretty much that hatchery is now wasted. He wasted all the money on those drones, and they're not even going to be useful, because they're going to have to run all the way back to this hatchery here in order to start being put to good use. Or so I thought, until I realized that here he's also built another hatchery. So he's not that shy when it comes to just like building hatcheries all over the place. So I'm going to use my zealots to take out this main hatchery. I'm pretty sure I get to take it out before these roaches get... Yep, so these roaches get to deal with my zealots, but that's fine. And that pylon still has a good clear view of that second hatchery. So because my pylon hasn't been taken out, I'm thinking of launching another attack. Other than that, I still seem to be doing okay. He's got 10 roaches, and that's basically his only ground army, when I've got 9 zealots and 1 stalker and 4 sentries. So I still outnumber him, but that still doesn't mean that he's not a threat. Again, Zerg on creep is one of the most dangerous things to face. I always like facing Zerg off creep, but it is very horrible when you do have to take the fight to him. So, knowing that this guy hasn't scouted out my proxy pylon, and it's actually quite funny, because I'll think in his head, where the hell did those 4 zealots come from? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't send them from the bottom right of the map to go all the way to the top left and just happen to find where his second hatchery was. But oh well. I mean, if he hasn't scoped out that proxy pylon, then that's fine. Soon I'll be warping in a couple of units into there, and going to be launching another attack on the hatchery that's down on the bottom of the cliff. Now these little fucking bastards here, this thing that just got shot down, what the Zerg have, they are called Overseers. Now Overseers have a special technique called spawn changeling. If you spawn a changeling, it basically just takes on the form of a zealot, or if it's a Terran, if you're versing Terran, then it takes on the form of a Marine, and it's just pretty much like a clone. So they get to run around inside your base, and unless you see it running around, unless you see, like, I have to personally see a zealot running around without me commanding it, realize that it's a changeling, and click on it, or press A, like hotkey A, attack it, and attack it manually. and if I attack it manually, then basically I can kill it before he gets to see anything inside my base. But if he does get to scope out my whole base, then it's just me not being fully aware, not being, not having enough or quick enough reactions, I guess you could say it like that. So here I launch in my 4 zealots just to fucking have a little wee mess around at his third hatchery. Here he's got his roaches to try and contain as much damage as it can. He took out my 4 zealots. I'm not too worried about that. Again, it's only 400 minerals. So he still hasn't scoped out my epoxy pylon. So here I'm sending in a couple of stalkers. Try to take on that group of roaches. With this robotics facility, I'm researching observers, constantly building pylons. I seem to be getting in a good flow of income now with my two Nexus. I'm probably going to be going for the 2 base Colossus, which is always a good staple build against Zerg. Next will be coming up as the High Templar, the Templar Archives. As you can notice from my previous videos, you pretty much caught on to no matter what, if I'm versing Terran or Zerg, I like to go High Templars and Colossus, because High Templars with Storm and Colossus with their bows as thermal lance and splash damage, that's very, very effective. So with my constant warping in, I'm able to create a pretty big ball of an army. I'm using my observer to just scout out whereabouts this guy is, just see where all the creep is. As you can see with all this creep tumors, that's what benefits the Zerg in my honest opinion, is with all the creep there, he pretty much gets, well, I'll just show you a quick view for this guy's camera. Wherever there's creep he can see. So technically he's actually got whole vision of here and all along here, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, that's one of the special things for Zerg. Do I think it's fair? I don't really know. I mean, I guess Protoss have like their own sort of ways of being beneficial. I mean, like, Protoss their sentries can create force fields. I mean, everything in this game is meant to be balanced, isn't it? So, personally, I'm not going to comment on that. But what I do need to tell you guys is, if you're on creep, watch out and make sure you try and take care of this creep tumors as much as you can. So here he's pretty much cut me off. I'm setting up Guardian Shield, reducing range damage, using force field to cut his army in half. Trying to take on his army as best as I can. Trying to boost all my research, warp in some fresh units. And here I pretty much dispatch all of his roaches. So basically I took on his army. I was able to take on his army pretty well. Again, the benefit of versing a Zerg army not on creep is so crucial. If you can bait him out so you don't have to fight him on creep, always try to do that. Taunt him as much as you can. Just do as best as you can to not verse him while you're on creep. So here I am building my 3rd Nexus. I've got High Templars down now. Psionic Storm is fully researched, I think. Yes, it is. So my High Templars will have Psionic Storm the next time we encounter the enemy. Build the robotics facility, so Colossus are going to be coming up soon. I need a 3rd Nexus just to make sure that my income is going to be coming in at a steady flow. Taking a look at the APM, he's at 72 APM, I'm at 51. When it comes to harvesters, he's got 61 harvesters and I've got 43. So 61 harvesters suggests that he's actually got quite a fair bit of hatcheries. He probably would have rebuilt one here. Probably has another one here. Or he definitely has one there. Maybe has one here or there. And definitely has these 2 here. So that's what Zerg likes to do. if you're a Zerg, because you can spread your creep around the map so fast, it actually means that Zerglings are the most mobile army in the game. You can also research speed add-ons for Zerglings and Roaches when they're on creep. So when they're on creep, they're even faster, which is ridiculous. So that's the story of Zerg. If you're on creep, you're in trouble. And because he can make all those hatcheries, he's going to get an accelerated rate of income. And as you can see on the top right of the screen, he's got 2.1 minerals and he's not even spending them, because I'm pretty sure he's made as much units as he can, and he's about to be fully supply blocked with 171 units so far, and I've only got 114. But again, with Protoss, it doesn't really matter the size of the army. It's more about how good your tech is and how you can deal to the army. So take a look at my army. As you can see here, I'm kind of like sitting them halfway here, just like keeping them patrolling around here. So if he decides to come up this ramp to attack me, or decides to come up this ramp to attack me, I can still be there and pretty much like almost instantly. As you can see there, changelings are coming in. There's another changeling here. I don't get to catch an eye on this, but pretty much he scoped out my third expansion. Fuck's sake, I hate changelings. They're fucking annoying. So I got the Colossus come up. I see the changelings going into my base, and my Colossus is actually going to go quickly deal to him. Actually, no, I just completely forget about it. Fucking bastard. Ugh. Sometimes Zerg pisses me off. Alright, so I'm taking down a couple more gateways, especially when you get to this late in the stage. You always want to be building more gateways. In case your army falls down, you can warp in extra units instantaneously. So it's always crucial to make sure you have quite a fair bit of units. So here he's sending in just a whole bunch of Zerglings to attack me. I'm not quite sure why he sent in all those Zerglings, but maybe it was just to get a feel of what I had, or what I had, what units I was going. I've got 2 robotics facilities now, so I'm just building Colossus, making an observer soon, I'm pretty sure. I'm researching ground weapons and defense level 2. Oh no, level 2, level 3 have both been researched. It's actually I'm researching energy now, upgrading my energy shields. So obviously, if I haven't explained it to you before, Protoss has the special blue HP, which is the energy shield, which regens, and then the green is actually the actual HP for the unit. Terran just has normal HP, and Zerg just has normal HP, but Zerg can regen, and with Terran you can have medivacs to heal biological units. And if they're mechanical, like siege tanks, you can get your SCVs to repair them at the cost of some minerals. So here I've got about 4 Colossus, is it? Taking a look at units. 71 workers for him, 50 workers for me. I've got 33 Zealots, 4 Colossus, 7 Stalkers, 4 Sentries, and 8 High Templars. And he's got mass Roaches at 49 Roaches. 7 shit, what were they called again? Let me just take a cheeky look into his base and see what they were called. Is it Infestors? Yeah, Infestors. Infestors are quite interesting actually. So they have 3 techniques. Infested Terran, and as you can see there, they spawn an Infested Terran, which is basically like a mind control. And these Infested Terrans last 30 seconds. They're really slow, but they can pop them out at like 8 at a time if they have full energy. Fungal growth, which is very strong. Actually, pause that. The battle might be coming on soon. Yep, here we go. So here comes the battle. So here we are. I'm chucking down psionic storms. He's using fungal growth, so none of my units can move it. Or these units that have the green shit on them can't move. I'm chasing him down. Here he decides to attack me, so I chuck down another psionic storm. The Colossus with the splash damage is wreaking havoc. He keeps on having to move back and back. He keeps on. I use to chuck down another psionic storm. So High Templars can't attack by themselves. They can only attack. They can only attack using their spells. So my kind of problem is I can't really micro that well. Either way, as soon as the High Templars are done chucking down the Psionic Storms, I turn them into Archons. So to make an Archon, you need to fuse 2 High Templars together, kind of like fusion, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I've pretty much dispatched with this whole army. My ball's still doing really well. He's sending out Corruptors. Now, you've seen these Corruptors before in action. They can only attack air units, but again, they can attack Colossus because Colossus are so bloody huge. Now, I'm pretty much just taking care of his drones, building some more units while my army's wreaking havoc. Gonna take care of this hatchery. Here he's trying to take me with a bunch of roaches. I checked out another Psionic Storm because I've got a couple of High Templars still left here. Archons are doing quite a fair bit of damage. Archons are very strong. They do splash damage to both air and ground units. So these Corruptors managed to take care of my Colossus. But the problem that this guy has is he actually made so many Corruptors that, fair enough, he got rid of my Colossus, right? But now he can't really take care of my ground units because I took all of his roaches out. So now I'm free to wreak more havoc, do some more damage, go into his main part of his base. I'm able to take down some of his tech, some of his buildings, these evolution chambers, his spawning pool, his roach warren. I'm going to be able to take down the hive soon. When the hive goes down, pretty much he's going to have to rebuild another hive in order to rebuild his high-tech buildings. So this hive goes down pretty quickly. I've got my reinforcements coming in soon, just a whole bunch of stalkers just to take care of the Corruptors that are coming up soon. I don't see him building anything else. I don't see him like going mass Zerglings because Zerglings are actually arse in this, towards this late in the game. These stalkers are more to just take care of the whole bunch of roaches that he might have, which is right here. And it's also to take care of, it's also trying to take care of these Corruptors right here. Again, Corruptors are able to take out my Colossus, and now they're absolutely useless, which is why he's setting them off the field, because in fact they're not important to me anymore, and they're not important to him anymore either. So, without further ado, I take out the last of his roaches. Yay for me. I'm just sending in a few more reinforcements. And my observer is just coming in to back him up. So observers are able to detect ground units. So these things are roaches that have burrowed into the ground and they're hiding. They're not too much of a problem for me. I'm not too scared. I'm just trying to take care of, do as much damage as I possibly can. As you can see, he's still got a fair bit of minerals and gas, so he can still rebuild. I mean, he could go to any one of these hatcheries right here and rebuild like as fast as he can and quickly build an army. So what I need to do is, I don't need to come in to attack the units, I need to come in to get rid of all of his buildings and all of his tech. And basically try and stop as much of his mining. Here the observer detects all these roaches. I take them out just real quickly. Can't really be bothered with them. Move into this other hatchery, or his other expansion. So, because we're about to win, I'll show you his basically what he's done with the map. So he expanded to here, here, here. He had a hatchery. He didn't have a hatchery here. Another hatchery, so another 3. So he pretty much expanded 6 bases, and I expanded only 3, and I was still able to take him out. So that basically means that he pretty much lost his prioritization. He didn't really know what to take against me. I mean, fair enough, he went Colossus, he went Corruptors to take care of my Colossus, but it still wasn't enough to take care of my mass Stalkers either. So at this point in time, it's pretty much close to being GG for him. I realized that it's pretty much late in the stages, so I decided to fuse my 6 High Templars together. So I get 3 Archons, and Archons are fucking gangster. Here he says GG. This was his last line of defense, just these bunch of roaches and these 3 spine crawlers. He couldn't even be bothered trying to stick to the end, so he pretty much knew that it was going to be GG with this whole ball of army. So this is pretty much one of my longest games, going on for half an hour. As you can tell, like, for those people who play Dota and or LOL, no offense, I know Evan, you play. Shout outs to Evan who plays LOL. It does follow this kind of game. I mean, it is strategy, it is real time strategy, but it's still nowhere near as intense as a game of LOL. or as a game of Dota. That being said, it's because you have to focus on so much instead of focusing on just one hero. I mean, you start off with just a Nexus and 5 probes, and then look what you have to expand to and look what you have to create. I mean, if you do any of these wrong, you potentially could lose. So yeah. Anyway, this is my 7th video, I'm pretty sure. Man, these are going up pretty fast. Shoutouts to Evan and Jordan, shot for letting me use this channel to upload my videos. And yeah, so that's how you beat Zerg, who tries to expand too much. Cheers.